kick-started their T20 Blast campaign with an all-round fine performance at Taunton, where they defeated Kent by 47 runs. Put into bat, Tom Banton smacked the second ball of the match over the rope, a glorious stroke so early in the piece. Somerset have certainly entertained in the power play so far in this tournament, and this was no different. James Hildreth launching into an almost everything, both of these strokes going all the way as Somerset took 33 runs off the first 3 overs. But again, they lost early wickets. Banton was the first out for 9, holding out off Grant Stewart. The next over saw the demise of Will Smead for 7, a low full toss from Matt Milnes, meaning the timing was off as the batsman was held in the covers by Joe Denley. Somerset settled for a score of 52 for 2 from the power play, but then immediately lost Hildreth for 27, perhaps not fully going through with a shot off Denley to be held in the deep. It was again left to the middle order to see out the lion's share of the innings. Lewis Goldsworthy enjoyed his return to the side with some smart cricket, aided by Tom Abell, who yet again took charge of the innings when it was required. His role at number 4 has become so important in this format. He and his young partner took the total to 90 for 3 at the halfway stage. Abell then picked up the pace with a couple of maximums, this one off Darren Stevens having him close in on another T20 half-century, which duly arrived in the next over, the 13th, his latest 50 occupying 26 balls, a knock including 5 4s and 2 6s, which had now given his side a chance of posting a challenging score. And that in fact was a certainty, with Abell clearing the rope again off Stevens to move on to a thoroughly entertaining 68. But there his innings was ended as he tried to go large again, but this time picked out Milnes. Abell's partnership with Goldsworthy for the 4th wicket was worth 90, made in 7.5 overs. 5 overs to go and the total read 154 for 4, Goldsworthy now being joined by fellow Lewis Gregory, these two picking up where Abell left off. Gregory departed for 13, clubbing a pull to Jack Leaning, he leaving with his side on 176 for 5, with 20 balls of the innings remaining. Just before they achieved that, Ben Green gave Leaning a 3rd catch in the deep, but Somerset were able to get to a challenging 204 for 7 against this dangerous Kent outfit. The home side then made a brilliant start with the ball. Craig Overton struck with his 4th delivery to remove Daniel Bell-Drummond, Green with the catch off a thick outside edge to get Somerset cracking. Josh Davey also tasted success in his first over, Denley offering Gregory an easy chance to put his side in the box seat. Kent on 14 for 2 after 2, the perfect start for the hosts. Zach Crawley, back from England duty, seemed to enjoy the freedom away from Test cricket and in successive balls sent deliveries from Overton over the rope, and the Spitfires got to 56 for 2 at the end of their 6 overs of power play. But Somerset began to take control soon after. Goldsworthy came on to bowl and struck in his first over, Sam Billings stumping a drag down straight to Abell in the deep. And that was followed by a peach from Max Waller, which bamboozled Crawley to see him on his way for 48. Kent left on 73 for 4 after 8. Leaning has been in fine form, so his wicket was of huge importance. Banton behind the stumps giving Waller something else to be happy with. And when Stevens edged Marchant de Lange to Davey at 3rd man to go for a dozen, Somerset were as good as over the winning line at the 3rd time of asking. De Lange struck again a Stewart top edge to Banton, that leaving the Spitfires almost out of gas on 114 for 7. It was now all going right for Somerset. Hildreth picked up the ball at short fine leg and threw down the stumps at the non-striker's end to run out Ahmed, while Jordan Cox fell at the start of the 17th over, giving De Lange his 3rd wicket and just about wrapping things up. The bowler ended with 3 for 18 from 3 overs, his last one not needed as Fred Clarkson was run out by Green coming back for a 2nd, which was futile in any case. This had been a hammering in the end as Kent were dismissed for 157 with 2 overs not required. So Somerset took the game by 47 runs to get their campaign moving in the right direction. They head next to Hove to harpoon the Sharks, we hope, on Friday.